Welcome students. So today let's start the dihybrid cross or the inheritance of two genes. Dihybrid cross means the cross in which two characters are taken into consideration. Here Mendel performed his cross using two characters, that is the cotyledon color and the seed shape. Here two types of colors were observed, contrasting colors, yellow which was dominant and green which was a recessive character, and round seeds were dominant over the wrinkle seeds. The genotype for yellow color was capital Y, green seed was small y, and that of round seeds were capital R and wrinkle seeds were small r. Now, if we see the cross, this is the cross between male and female parent. The phenotypes are yellow round and green wrinkle. Now, the genotypes for yellow round are capital Y, capital Y, capital R, capital R. Green wrinkle is small y, small y, small r, small r. Now, first of all, let's see the gametes. For this, the gametes are capital Y and capital R. For this one, small y and small r. When we cross these two plants, then the F1 hybrid, the genotype observed is capital Y, small y, capital R, small r, and the phenotype is yellow round. When this was selfing was done, then the gametes observed were for this type of offspring or hybrid. Now the gametes produced were, first of all, for taking out the gametes we will use this simple formula. First we will write here capital Y, then we will use this symbol capital R, small y, the same symbol capital R, small r. Now just join them. Capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small y, capital R, small y, small r. These are the four gametes for one parent. Similarly, these are the gametes for the female or male parent, the two parents. There is another formula for taking out the gametes. 1 cross 3, 1 cross 4, 2 cross 3, 2 cross 4. Now, suppose Y, this one we write is 1, 2, 3, 4. That is capital Y, capital R, capital Y, small r. Simply by using this formula or this formula, we can take out the gametes of for the F2 generation. Now, we will put these gametes in the Punnett square. The Punnett square, which consists of 16 boxes. Here we will put the gametes, male gametes and female gametes on both the sides, and we will just combine them. Now, for example, you see this is capital Y, capital Y, capital R, capital R. We are combining them together, and so this is like this. We will all make the gametes. We will complete the checkerboard. After completion, after combining them, now we will see the one which have capital Y will show yellow phenotype. So first of all, we will write yellow for in those boxes where capital Y is present. Again, next we will see capital R. Wherever capital R is present, we will put the round one. And next, then we will see small r. Wherever small r is present, we will write wrinkle. Wherever small y is present, we will write green. So, after completion of the checkerboard, we will find that yellow round plants were 9 in number, green round were 3 in number, yellow wrinkle were 3 in number, green wrinkle were 1 in number. Therefore, the dihybrid phenotypic ratio is 9:3:3:1. Whereas the genotypic ratio is 1:2:2:4:1:2:1:2:1. So, thus, very simply, we will find out the genotypic and phenotypic ratio of Mendel's dihybrid cross. Now, here simple the ratios are shown here simply, like the genotypic ratio, how we will find the genotype, how 9 has come. So 1, 2, 2, 4, these ratios are simplified and shown here. Okay. Now the next part is, after Mendel concluded the dihybrid experiment, he put forward the law of independent assortment. According to this law, the alleles of two pairs of traits separate independently of each other during gamete formation and randomly rearrange in the offspring at the time of fertilization, producing both parental and new combination of traits. Now, very simply, if we see here in this dihybrid cross, now see where capital Y and small y is there, whether R is present or not, Y will express itself, that is whether R is capital or small, Y will represent its color. Simultaneously, whether Y is present or not, R will represent its phenotype. That is, these two are independent of one another. It is neither dependent on one another for its expression. Therefore, this is known as the law of independent assortment.